Hello people, welcome to Big Brother Naija update on Leadership TV. I am your host for today, Ruth Moku, and yes, no loose guard, sit tight, fasten your seatbelt because today's gist lowdown is going to be like no other. I mean, did you watch the Big Brother Naija update from yesterday because it was eventful? But from yesterday to today, a whole lot has happened. We've never had a day as eventful as this in the whole of Big Brother Naija no loose guard season, like the way it happened yesterday. There were a whole lot of basketballs, a whole lot of fights, a whole lot of sinking ships, if you ask me. And it's just like what Victoria of the Chantoria ship said. She said that the house is a ticking time bomb. It's just waiting to explode. And my people, it has exploded. Because starting from the beginning of yesterday, like with the whole checkers challenge, in the morning, first of all, we were watching Shaun trying to send a cryptic message to Wanni and was like, hey Wanni, you're not my wife. Oh. Now see how we started. Chew. See how we started. Now, Shaun was chewing. And when he was chewing, Wanni was like, oh, stop chewing like that. You're embarrassing me. And Shaun was like, which one is I'm embarrassing you? Are you my wife? Please come. I say, oh, I'm your wife. Oh, I'm your wife. Allow me to do wifely duties. And Shaun was like, no, you're not my wife. She was like, we are a ship in this house, an authentic ship. And Shaun cleared her. He said, no, you are in a sinking ship if you ask me. And wow, like, you know when Shaun already said it before, that it is just a game for him. He told him, by the way, twins, that he's just vibing, it's nothing to him. And Wanni, on the other hand, I feel is feeling like she's a finished lover girl, like she's into this thing, and he's not. And at some point, I'm going to ask, do these two people know what they are doing? Because I mean, they are both AS. So what is all of those drama in the house? I can understand if they are vibing, but it's taking another turn, like it's lingering and going down till in the night. You could have seen the fight that they had. Wanni needs psychological help. Wanni needs therapy in the house because what is it with her and Onyeka? First of all, what is it with all of the female housemates who have sheep in the house, except for the cool Cassia with Onyeka, because everybody's just having issues with her. Now, the other day, it was Ruthie and Nelly having arguments over Suj. And first of all, it was Mayor. And they were arguing and they were talking. Everybody was talking to Mayor. If you're with Nelly, I don't mind though. And Ruthie, on the other hand, if you're with this one, I don't mind. And okay, moving forward. Now, Chinwe has also warned Zion about Nelly, that she's waiting for the day Nelly will clash somebody in the house because she's ready to give it to her, that she'll eat her raw. And I'm also waiting for that day because I cannot wait to actually see Nelly clash with somebody in the house. The girl is just everywhere. The girl is playing the game. If you ask me, it is the game for her. Now, unlike Wanni, who is putting love, like who is putting the whole ship something ahead of the game, because right now it's not just drama for her, it is now serious. Nobody should cross Shaun. And from what the guy has explained, it is not like that. It is not like that for him. Added to that, netizens have gone online to dig up old pictures of Sadi, that is Wanni's ex. Now we can remember that Wanni was saying that she dated Sadi for 4 years and she owes everything that she is, including the woman that she is, to Sadi, and that they were so in love that they actually broke up because she was ready for marriage and Sadi was not ready for marriage. And it got me asking, is a woman actually never ready for marriage? I thought it's just that she hasn't met the right person, because I'm not beginning to ask, how can you spend 4 years with somebody that you cannot marry? Now netizens have gone on to dig up pictures of Sadi and his wife, and it's going viral online. You needed to see the comments. You were like, oh, she even fine past Wanni, and someone was like, Wanni fine past her. But at the end of the day, if you ask me, my people, it's not about who is finer or who is more sexy and all of that. It is about who a man wants. If you ask me, it is about who a man wants and who Sadi wants to be with. I mean, if Wanni had married Sadi, she probably wouldn't have been in the Big Brother Naija house right now. So it is a thing for her. She wants to go further than she is, or that she was in life, and thank God it's working for her. But Sadi's wife is beautiful, if you ask me. Now going back to the checkers game yesterday, let's like give it a little recap, because I don't understand the connection between OC Mbadiwe and Chizoba of the checkers duo. Like, they were gisting. It was looking as if the whole world was revolving around them at that time. By the way, twins was even telling Chizoba that I used to have one Chizoba in my house. We used to call her cheese balls, and she was like, hey, are you sure? Every other person calls me cheese balls too at home now, eh? And we're just watching. Now at the end of the game, by the way, twins, as usual now, the guys have steeds. So they were going around trying to commend housemates that, oh, housemates, everybody tried. And he was like, Chizoba, I never knew you were a white material like this too. And Chizoba just laughed. And he was like, oh, if I did not have somebody, but by the way, would you mind being an Mbadiwe? Did you see that proposal? Would you mind being an Mbadiwe proposal? We get pride. But if you ask me, I still don't think the Mbadiwe twins, they have pride because they are so invested into the game. They flow with everybody, they vibe with everybody, irrespective of their status. Now, after the checkers game, we saw that there was a game also in the night, and the DSTV group won. The DSTV group that had Mbadiwe twins, that had Cassia and Kelly Ray. Like, there were a whole lot of games in the house yesterday. There were like 3 games in the house. And Mbadiwe twins, they got lucky all 3 because they were winning all of the games. Now, sports, look at this picture very well and tell me that you did not see our husband carrying our wife on the neck. These people, I know it's no lose guard, but at the end of the day, marriage will make you lose guard. Love will whine you. Like, see somebody carrying his wife on the neck, and I'm sure housemates will be like, oh, they are just besties. It's not besties, so we will not tell them. When you come out of the house, you will know that these guys, they are not besties. Now, after that game, after checkers game, there are a whole lot of basketballs. We saw Chinwe and Chizoba first of all. Now, see what happened. Now, Chizoba and Onyeka, and of course, TJ and a few others were on round table discussing. And all of a sudden, Chinwe comes up and says, oh, you guys are doing round table. You guys are doing round table discussion on top of my head. And Chizoba was trying to explain. And like, girl, you're being rude. You don't talk to people like that. How do you even know we are talking to you? And Chinwe exploded. It was a whole lot for her. How can you be talking to me like that? How can you be talking to me like that? And of course, now, you know, shipping something. Zion came. I'm talking about Zion during the checkers game. Chinwe almost crucified all of the singles because what was, baby, give me the spoon, baby, scratch my neck, baby, put it inside the microwave, baby, do this, baby, do that. And immediately after her clash, Zion pulled her one side and was talking to her. Baby, it's okay. She was like, hey, baby, it's okay. I'm calm. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And when they were pressing the single, they did not know what was in front. But before I tell you who was in front, we'll also know that Wanni and Onyeka had their own heated moments yesterday. Now, Onyeka, as usual, was recounting what happened. I mean, after her sister Chizoba clashed with after Chizoba clashed with Chinwe, Onyeka was trying to explain that was what even happened with Wanni the other day. And I was telling, Wanni was even saying people were stingy or something like that. So we were just discussing. And then there was outburst. Wanni burst out from anywhere. I will say it to your front. Say it to my front. Say it to my front. I will say it to your front. And they said a whole lot of vulgar things that I cannot afford to tell you here on Leadership TV because it was a whole lot. And they had the argument. The argument was so serious. That there's a whole lot happening in the house. Now they had to pull Wanni outside. Mbadiwe twins had to pull Wanni outside to talk to her. It was okay. And of course Shaun was there, and of course Handy was there. That was one of the first times that I've seen Handy not walking on the shadows of her sister, because for anybody who has monitored the game very, very well, you would see that Handy is always on the shadows of Wanni. Whatever Wanni does, she's always fighting with Wanni, trying to cover her. Sorry, she's always fighting for Wanni, trying to cover her up. Whatever Wanni does, she's always there. She's always, come, let's go and do this for Shaun, let's go and do that. But yesterday, Handy did not behave as if she was the person. She was like, you could have just ignored. You would have just stay quiet. You would have just left the whole thing. And if you ask me, that is what Wanni would have done, because why were you going up to Onyeka to go and talk? You weren't even sure what they were talking. You weren't even sure what they were talking about. And yes, now that was what was going on. And then later, Wanni came back to apologize to Onyeka. Guess what? Zion now went to tell his babe Chinwe that, see, go and apologize. Wanni has apologized to Onyeka. You also should go and apologize to Chizoba. And it was trouble. It was trouble for Chinwe. Chinwe raised down the whole. Why would Zion ask her to go and apologize in the first place? What is she apologizing for? And Chinwe said a whole lot of things. Now, that brings me to the fact that as a man, be careful the woman that you allow spend on you, because Chinwe said a whole lot. Chinwe was like, I've been the one sponsoring this thing for you. I've been the one from the day that we got the email that we have now been nominated into the BBNAIJA house. It's been my money. I paid for flights. I paid for all the shoots. I did this and did that. And the only thing Zion had to do was to be available. The only thing he had to do was just to be available and be playing along and all of that. And because of that, I have oil and gas business with my father. Apart from my oil and gas business, I have a spa. What is the 100 million? I can make return on investment of 100 million in just a year. In fact, let's go out of the house. Imagine Chinwe begging to go out of the house. Now we are now thinking she was giving this boss chicks tease, like I'm the woman, I'm now the one holding the fort and all of that. But a few moments later, who else saw Chinwe crying? Like, and I was like, the same Chinwe that was saying the other that she could do without the sheep, she could do without that. The same Chinwe was crying, and that cry did not stop there. Chinwe cried from that moment till even up to the pool party last night. She was on her own. Even during the pool party, she was so moody with the whole makeup and the whole thing. She was trying so hard at least to catch Zion's attention, but Zion was not just having it. The guy did something that I think he has never done in the house, and that is ignore Chinwe, because from the onset of their coming into the house, she's been the one dictating everything. She's been the one saying, baby, let's do this, baby, let's do that, baby, come upstairs, I want to call you, baby this, baby that, baby this, baby that. I didn't expect that happening to their sheep, because they're like the only authentic sheep in the house. I mean, they came in as a couple, and now we are now seeing small canoes. We are now seeing Wanni and Shaun and all of that. And even if these guys are having issues, I feel like she and Zion have some level of understanding. And it's confirming what Perez said, if you ask me, because Perez said they are playing a risky game by bringing their relationship into the house. By the end of the day, it's a matter of understanding, because Cassia and Kelly Ray are having a swell time. I mean, they are busy confusing the whole of the housemates, and they are doing their thing. It's moving well for them. I mean, they are married, but everybody's asking, are these people married? Are they not married? Now, when Zion and Chinwe had that issues, and he went aside, some of the male housemates, like him, by the way, twins, and at least two others, came to him. I was like, guy, how do you even cope with this girl? How do you even cope with dating this kind of crazy girl? Hey. And you did not want to hear what Zion said. He said, I know, saying I saw the girl be. Make her tell now. And they did for house, they call me for phone, say, come club, come pick your girl, because your girl, they fight for club. I don't know if you understand. Like, Chinwe fights in the club, and then they will now call Zion. Zion will now drive down to the club to go and pick his girl, because his girl is fighting in the club. Yesterday's Big Brother Naija, like yesterday's No Lose Gas season, deserved a special season of its own. Yesterday is one season, like, and from now we are hoping that it's going to be drama all through. We are hoping that this drama does not stop, because going into the night thinking that was just all, we're now seeing Kelly Ray having issues with Mikey. Now this was what happened. Kelly Ray and Cassia, of course, you know Cassia has ulcer, and she takes ulcer medications. Now after the games, Mikey had prepared food, and Cassia needed to eat something before taking her ulcer medication. And then she went to, take a portion from Mikey's food to eat for her medication, and Mikey wasn't having it. But the problem that Kelly Ray had with that was that he did not come front to say, okay, Kelly Ray, this is what your bestie did. He went around telling other housemates that, see what this girl did. I didn't like it. And he flew into Kelly Ray's ear, and it was an issue for him. And yesterday, my respect for Kelly Ray actually heightened because of the way he carried it. But let us not forget that this guy said they are besties. So he defended Cassia in a way that a bestie would not defend a bestie. He defended Cassia in a way that a husband would defend his wife. He was like, Mikey, you don't even can't tell me, guy, you don't fuck up. Make I tell you, you don't do well, you don't do well. You just can't tell me, say, see what thing happen. But you went around and you were telling others, you try. And it was how the guys managed their issues versus the way the ladies managed their issues, because when ladies had their clash in the afternoon, we heard everybody's voice. It was all up. There was Wanni, and of course there was a sister Handy, and there was Onyeka, and there was Chizoba, and of course there was the Queen of Clouds, Chinwe, shouting all over. But for the guys, it was just Kelly Ray saying that this is what you did, guy, and I don't like it, and I don't like hypocrites. You could have told me that this is what happened. And Mikey didn't see anything. Mikey was just calm. He followed the whole thing normal. He was like, oh, guy, you said, okay, no problem. He just moved smoothly like that. At the end of the day, these girls, I know we are here for the drama. But like, seriously speaking, personality is going to speak for itself in this year's BBNAIJA, because people are rooting for good personalities this year. We see Shatoria, for example, and we see Victoria in it. and she's not even giving off so much drama. She's not being herself, and it's working for her outside the house. Of course, we know she has a fan base from outside the house. There's Wanni and Handy. Everybody's just being themselves. If you ask me, by the end of the day, I feel like one of the advantages of being the BBNAIJA house is that it helps you watch your own life as a movie, and of course make amends on it. And of course, we saw that Shaun and Wanni had their fight last night. And talking about that fight from last night, I feel like Shaun needs to call Wanni to order at this moment, because what is Wanni's issue with Nelly? I know we've said that every other girl in the house who has a sheep has problems with Nelly, but what Wanni has with Nelly is something else. Like, she doesn't even. During the diary session a few days ago, we recall that Wanni and Handy were telling Big Brother that Nelly's being all touchy with Shaun. She's touching him, she's rubbing him, she's doing this, she's doing that, and Handy was taking it upon herself to go and do that with Suj, because she's noticed that Suj and Nelly kind of have a thing together. Now at night, it was now an issue. That was after they gave us a kiss, so because Wanni and Shaun gave one upward kiss like that went viral immediately. And you get to see the comments. People were like, is it Momo? Is it Kanda? Why is she eating? Is it Shaki? Why is she eating the leaves like that? Why is she eating the leaves like that? What is in that leaves? Like, you got netizens talking. Now, after giving us that beautiful heated kiss at night, it was trouble in paradise. Wanni was like, is it because you were home? No, I don't want to say that because they're vulgar, you know. But she was saying a whole lot of things, that you've been touching with Nelly, and I know I've seen you very, very well. I know, and I know that you have a thing for Nelly, and and she was just talking so much. And the best that Shaun could do was trying to explain that, look, the way I play with Nelly is the way that I play with Onyeka. So you shouldn't be taking the way I behave towards Nelly as an issue, because for me it is nothing. There's nothing in between. There's nothing there. And he told her categorically that if you have an issue with Nelly, you should call her and talk to her. Stop making it look like there's something else, because Nelly is playing her game. Let us not forget. Wanni should also remember that it is a game at the end of the day. Nelly is playing games. Suj is playing games. Shaun is playing games. Wanni is playing. Wanni should remember that she's playing games. Apart from having Shaun, she has 100 million naira grand prize to bag at the end of the day. So their eyes should not shift from the prize, or else they go lose guard, and that money will slip off their fingers, even if they have a strong fan base outside. And then we saw Handy. If your sister is having a problem with somebody, with her man, then you should give them space, because how was Handy all over them yesterday? They were talking, and at some point, Handy was interfering. That was not what she said. Shaun, that was not what she said. This was what she said. This was what you did. This was what you did. This was what you did not do. Why is she interfering? Wanni was even explaining to Shaun that, okay, you told me that nobody should touch me, but I don't understand how Nelly was now touching you, and it was not an issue for you. And there was Handy. It was so weird. Handy was there. She was interfering. That no. She was, and this girl go spoil. They go spoil their destiny. They go spoil their marriage. I know this is just sheep in the house, but at the end of the day, it's still important that everybody plays their game. And then the pool party, we saw Suj and we saw Nelly giving us a show. Not to talk about the cultural attire that the housemates put on during the day yesterday, because it was giving everything. It was Anita's Igbo attire was giving luxury. We saw Tofa, we saw Mayor, we saw the Mbadiwe twins, and of course we saw Queen Victoria. All of their dresses, all of their outfits, ate and left no crumbs. Well, that'll be all for BBNAIJA update today. I'm so excited, and yes, I don't feel like leaving you, but I have to, because we have Monday to catch up. Now, see you same channel, same time on Monday. But till then, no lose guard.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080 3688 61